Here is Jeff, the host of the Gridiron.
Fourth and goal to go with the 2. 34 seconds left to go in the ball game. This is the play right now. Takes the snap. Targeted goes in. Targeted all alone. And the quarterback keeps. Wow, what a call. Nobody touched him.
All right, welcome to the Gridiron, baby. If you give this video a thumbs up and maybe share this video, that would be absolutely freaking phenomenal. Subscribe to my channel. Thank you. If not, please go down below, hit the subscribe button, hit that bell icon. That way next time I go live or if I put a video out, you'll be notified. And it's free of charge. It's totally free of charge. What do you got to lose? Right? But if you are subscribed, thank you. If you want to help support my channel out, description box below, very top link, takes you to my membership page. I got 3 different membership levels. Each one has their own little perks to them. So if you want to help support my channel out, it would mean so much to me. And I thank you in advance. Once again, thank you. And then finally, just underneath that, somewhere in the description box, is another link. It takes you to my Facebook group. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. Yeah, we popped up to 9,800 members this past week. It's doing simply marvelous, my dad. Basically, if I'm alive and breathing, and if I got internet access, I ain't putting stuff in this group darn near 365. It's called the New York Giants, the Gridiron. It's my Facebook group. Please join it. You will not be satisfied. I promise. All right. Well, took a few days, but we got a few things to talk about here tonight. Now, one thing I keep saying is, keep seeing, of course, you see all these articles all the time, but, it would be nice, but, I tell you what, if you want to sell some seats, you want to put some extra butts in the stands and all that stuff and everything, sign him up, right? That would be pretty. That would be pretty cool. Like one guy handing the torch to the other. Like if you ever got it, like where they break the huddle, OBJ's out in the slot on one side, and Malik's out wide. And you got maybe you can take a picture of it or something like that, right? You get the two. Now you can say whatever you want. Yeah, I mean Homer Jones, right back in the 60s. I think he has the all-time NFL record. Yards per reception, like 22 and a half yards a reception. So when the dude caught the ball, and he was fast still, but he can only run like 3 routes. Fran Tarkenton said he had to teach him to run some routes. He taught him to run like 3 routes or so. As he said, a lot of times, got this guy catch the ball and he's got all this speed and everything. But he said he just didn't know where he was going. Or you didn't know. The quarterback didn't know where he was going. You know what I mean? A lot of it's, now it's, it was back then too. Don't get me wrong. But nowadays it's even more so. You got to know where to, And he said a lot of times you drop back the pass. And it's like, where the fuck is Homer going? Well, that's not the route we call. You know what I mean? So he didn't know how to run routes. And then, of course, you got Monty Toomer, right, who leads the Giants in all the categories, touchdown receptions, yards, and all that stuff. And, seems like every time we get a really good receiver, let's hope we can buck the trend here. Every time we get a brand new receiver, that's hot off the press, right? Whether it's, the salsa man, Mr. OBJ, Mr. Three-Finger OBJ catch, right? Hakeem Nicks, whatever. Seems like as soon as we get somebody, really, really good, hard to believe they get injured and their giant career is over, right? So hopefully Malik Nabers, right, can stay healthy, right? Wouldn't that be amazing, right? If he can stay healthy, he'll blow Toomer's out of the water, because, Toomer had, well, not in the beginning of his career, not necessarily, but, once it was in 99, I think that's when we got Collins, and then we got, Warner, right? And then obviously for was it 9 games he played, and then of course Eli and all that. So Junior had some good, competent quarterback play, right? I mean, can't say that about Malik Nabers last year, right? But I mean, you got to look at it. I mean, if you took a picture of that, what I'm saying, going back to what I said about a minute or so ago before I went on this rampage, if you got OBJ and Malik Nabers, you basically have like the two without, like I said, Toomer's got the numbers for the time being, right? But the two basic, baddest mofos that we ever had at wide receiver be on the field at the same time. I mean, that would be pretty special. The thing is with OBJ, sure he can still catch the ball, obviously. Don't really lose that. But, what's up, buddy? Wilfred. Will and Fred. What's up, buddy? But I mean, they brought him in last year too for a trial, and they didn't sign him. I mean, if they didn't bring him in last year, I don't know, about what they're going to do this year. Now, there's one article. I seen a bunch of articles out there, But I'm sure he would be cheap. The thing is that you want to bring him in. I mean, I don't know what they think of these other receivers they have on the roster right now. Of last year on the Dolphins. So that's what I'm saying. So yeah. So I mean, do they want to bring him in? As I said, it would be cool. But get some stands in the fact. Yeah, OBJ's back, baby. But I mean, if he couldn't get up with the dog, I mean, and they got Hill running around out there. I mean, people pay attention. If he couldn't get open, I don't know. But apparently Malik Nabers speaks out on Giants. Odell Beckham Jr. reunion. Ooh. So apparently OBJ wants to play again in 2025, and if it's with the Giants, then OBJ return won't upset Malik Nabers. In fact, the sixth player taken in the 2025 draft, I mean the 2024 draft. I don't know who the hell wrote this up here. Heavy on sports. I don't know who wrote this here, but the sixth player taken in the 2024 NFL draft sounds eager for the Giants to reunite with the former Offensive Rookie of the Year. The idea of Beckham having a second tour with the Giants gained traction after the veteran acknowledged a fan's plea to go back to the Giants during a charity event. Then shared pictures of he and his son outside MetLife Stadium. Yeah, I seen that one, according to Cody Benjamin of CBS Sports. Neighbors reacted positively to Beckham's impromptu visit to MetLife Stadium. The sixth player taken in the 2024 NFL Draft posted on Instagram, "We still got work to do." Now there's a picture here of OBJ and I guess his son. Odell Beckham Jr. posted an ode to the Giants in MetLife Stadium on Instagram, and Malik Nabers weighed in. "We still got work to do." While Nabers is excited about the possibility of playing alongside another LSU great, others are divided about Beckham suiting up for the Giants again. One reporter is more lukewarm about the Giants re-signing Beckham for anything more than just one day. A brief photo of the preface Beckham's retirement would be the most logical plan. Now, I would be all for that, man. If the dude wants to retire a Giant, bring the dude back. Absolutely. That's the least you can do. Absolutely. Man, that would be cool. And he posted on X from Wednesday, June 25th, Stapleton explained, "I don't know if OBJ is done playing, but there's no question in my mind that when he officially decides to retire, he should do so with the Giants." Now, absolutely. Is that with the last hurrah or a minimum deal? Not sure of that. Is it a one-day contract to come back into the alumni fold? Seems to be the most logical reunion. When a post from Gotham Sports Guy called for the Giants to bring OBJ home, 1 year vet minimum, who says no? Stapleton replied, "I think both sides say no to different aspects of the scenario." One person not saying no to Beckham rejoining the Giants is Benjamin. He's firmly in the camp of those who think the Giants should put OBJ onto the field. Benjamin's reasoning is based upon Beckham's remaining a fan favorite among contingents of Giants faithful for the spunky playmaking that made him an NFL phenom at the start of his career. And some added receiver depth couldn't hurt behind returning starters Nabers and Darius Slayton. But I mean, also that, I mean, is he going to be any better than what they got out there now? I mean, they brought in a whole bunch of undrafted free agents, whole slew of them, but yeah. There are other compelling reasons why a return tour of OBJ is not a good idea for the Giants, nor does it make sense for Nabers. Giants don't need Malik Nabers' Odell Beckham Jr. partnership. Giants must safeguard Nabers' development, but signing Beckham wouldn't be the best way to look after the prized asset. OBJ has never been able to shake a reputation as something of a so-called diva, a wideout willing to speak out with his usage and be critical of his team's publicity. That's something the Giants retired of during Beckham's time in New York. It also is something that the team has already seen from Nabers, who called out play calling and toughness of his team after the defeat to the Buccaneers last season. Dealing with one outspoken receiver is enough, but the Giants have also had to hear natural deep threat Jalen Hyatt vent his displeasure. Hyatt mentally checked out at points last season after clashing with the coaching staff and upper management. Sounds like things are changing for the better with Hyatt bullish about a possible breakout season. His growing rapport with Wilson is another reason for the Giants should pass on Beckham, who is 32, has torn his left ACL twice, and hasn't made more than 35 catches, nor tallied 1,000 yards or more in the season since 2019. Hasn't had more than 35 catches in the season since 2019. I mean, that's a long freaking time. That is a long time. So, as I said, it would be, we'll know depth at corner. We know depth at corner. Oh, okay. So I mean, there's other ways that they could probably, if they were going to bring somebody in, I'm sure they can bring in maybe some depth at corner. Right? But there's other ways they could spend their money. I mean, it certainly wouldn't cost a lot of money, that's for sure. But I mean, the thing is, I mean, it would be great for a fan favorite. Maybe put some butts in the stands and all that for the time. But is he any better than what they got? And of course, his willingness to talk and all that stuff and everything. But if he does want to retire, and I don't know if he's going to retire this year, if somebody will pick him up, who knows? But if ever wants to retire, I mean, I think that would be pretty cool. Have him sign like a one day contract or whatever to retire a Giant. That would be pretty fantastic. I'd be all for that because I mean, it was the clay. I mean, obviously his mouth and his antics and all that stuff, and then I guess Gettleman signed him to an extension, right, and all of that, but then parted ways with him. So it was what it is. I mean, what maybe could have been. It's a shame with his his antics, his injuries, and all that stuff and everything. It's a shame, but at least the guy did get himself a Super Bowl ring, although he couldn't even make it through a Super Bowl without getting injured. It was a shame. But if he wants to retire a Giant, that would be cool. That would really, really be cool. Same thing with Saquon. If he wants to come back, as long as he doesn't win too many Super Bowls with the Eagles, I would hate that, man. I would hate that.